Okay, so we have an original copy of Red Hat Linux 6.2. This came out in the year 2000, and this is before Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Fedora, and as you can see, comes with a choice of GNOME or KDE as desktop environments. Great historical artifact, and we're going to open to see what it contains. Feels a little bit bad to open it, but hey, I'm too curious. So let's open it carefully just to preserve the original paper, the original foil. This hasn't been opened in 25 years. Just the top parts, perhaps, what you think, so we keep the rest. Perfect. So this would come in CDs, of course, or DVDs. DVDs, I think, much later. DVD players weren't as common as they are now, or they were later. Okay, let's see what it contains. First, we can see that we have a nice sheet saying first things first. Take a look at it. Oh, it's the registration card. I don't think Red Hat processes this anymore. Although I did see that on the documentation you have Red Hat Linux 6.2 still documented, but I don't think they offer support for this anymore. Cool. Then we have this massive manual. Wow, look at this. Actually, a set of manuals. Installation guide. A note for users running Intel 810 based video chipsets. It's not us. Secure server installation guide. Okay, probably best practices around securing your server running Red Hat Linux. The getting started guide. Okay, setting up your printer, getting online, customizing, file manager, shell prompt if you don't know Unix or you're not familiar with Unix. It's brilliant. Can work very well as an introduction to Unix. See file permissions. And we have the installation guide with the README first. Awesome. Okay, but this is the professional version, so we have a few other goodies. Let's take a look at what else we have here. Boot diskette. You don't see these anymore, don't you? So you would need this if your computer didn't manage to boot up, your BIOS, I think, who didn't know how to boot from a CD. You would need this. That would at least take you up to the point of being able to load CD drivers that are appropriate for the type of CD drive that you had, and then take over, load the CD. Documentation CD. So this is in a time where people used to have 56K, maybe ISDN connections, at least here in Italy. So you wouldn't be online all the time, and plus if you really want to peruse the documentation, that could end up in quite a big telephone bill. So it's useful to have it so you can read it offline. Of course, the operating system itself, the installation media, comes with 2 discs. As you can see, these are CDs. And it also gives you a brief description of what kind of support you would have. FTP access, phone support, updates, e-newsletter, and the like. Okay, so here we think we're going to start to dig in the extra stuff. Secure web server. This is interesting. I don't understand what this is. Applications library, server edition. Most likely, these are extra apps that are not bundled together with the default set. Or these are special distributions of Apache, maybe. And Linux applications library. Let's see what it says. Okay. Linux was the fastest growing server operating environment in 1998, and now we are in 2000, so Linux contains everything you need to set up your server system. Finding okay, you need reliable applications. So here we have, in addition to the standard software that you would find in the installation media, you have a web server, an e-commerce server, Intershop, don't know what that is, a database server with Oracle 8. I don't know what kind of license governs this installation, but interesting. DB2 by IBM, Domino, and Unicenter by CA, which probably is a Computer Associates. Brilliant. Let's see. Red Hat has pulled together the industry-leading server applications here on 2CD. Okay, brilliant. So basically you have you have all these applications available that you can install on your server without having to download them yourself, and probably a suitable license, most likely a suitable license to run them, plus the special distribution of Apache with 828-bit encryption and SSL 3.0. Not bad. What else do we have? We have Linux applications library, and wow, look at this. This is awesome. Stickers for your computer, your laptop. These are the original Red Hat stickers. Work applications library. This is for the workstation. So if you're not planning to use it as a server, you would use this. And let's see. Training courses. These are the initial offering of the Red Hat training courses that you can still do today. GNOME, JDK programming. Brilliant. Tools and services, resources, always open. Thank you for choosing Red Hat Linux. And the last few we have ASDN config, solutions guide. Interesting. What's inside here? Oh, this is brilliant. Look, these are all the old advertisements at that time in the year 2000 for Linux related software. This is beautiful. And this page, VeriSign. That's it. Like it? Not bad. There it is. This is what the professional version contains. Nice trip to the past. See ya.